Ladies and gentlemen, apparently there's a YouTube channel, Baby Pogman. Basically, it's an artificial intelligence version of our dear friend, Ryan Gary, Northernlion A.I.
That one's for the 596.
Of 596 fame and...
I don't have a rook anymore!
So what would happen if there was a robot silicone version of him playing Isaac? See how much of this we can stomach.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a neural network. Plays Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac.
It sounds like 2015, Ryan. I can't tell a difference.
If you want to know how I work, please check out the pinned comment below. Let's see what the randomizer is going to give us.
Did you say check out the pin comment?
I think this is regular K and the Blue Baby. Thank you, Eddie, for the easy run.
Already
It's
BM.
been a long time lately.
Wait, thanking Eddie for the BM easy
I'm hoping
run?
for something better here. I mean, that's the bad. I do it. It's probably not even a game that was good, but there's a lot of runs that were really good, but you know, just be cool.
This is bizarre. This is bizarre because it sounds like him, but maybe if, look, Como se dice, hanging out with Mathis and Espanol.
I was really looking at where the DP is now because of the fact that we can get an HP upgrade here.
And it sounds
It's
like
not-
just a little bit off where you're like, maybe this, you could slide by.
That's not my advice. It's not my advice. It's just like,
What's your advice?
making myself look better. And it would be really interesting if you enjoyed the video.
The truth finally comes out. He gives advice to make himself look better.
I mean, if you wanted to not be like mad at the people who are mad at the people who are mad at the media, that's the thing that makes sense.
It does make sense.
You know, if you were mad at the people on the internet, that's the way that I look.
Instead of getting mad, this is like, maybe this AI is like not AI. Maybe it's like real life. It's like truth. So instead of getting mad at the media, just turn it off.
Okay. I think that's a fair way forward from that. I think
This
it's
is
more
weird.
because of the fact that it's funny. It's an ignorant thing that, you know, if you're mad at them, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it is also kind of a false thing to me, which is not actually fair. You know, because of the fact that, you know, your parents are mad at their parents, you know, their parents are mad at their parents.
He's talking about like the family dilemma of breaking the cycle.
You know, I know, I'm not gonna insult that, and I'm not trying to make you seem like bitter. And I know that's actually fine, but you're a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Oh, you mean to tell me artificial intelligence Northernlion is more compassionate, shows more empathy than real life Ryan Gary?
Put that on your TikTok.
Like, not being in my best interest. That the human brain is a lie, like, to be honest to you, I'm not trying to say that. It's like, I'll see how you can compete.
The human brain is a
You know, a
lie?
movie that's like really good for your entertainment, you know, not necessarily good, but if you're an actor who was just a real person, you're a little better off just getting an attention. It's really the fact that the dude that's going to be there and be like, have a great name of an actress who I've not seen yet, you know, maybe they're good for you, but we have a lot of interest, and it's not like I don't think that's good at a restaurant is not a fair question.
That's the first hole in the armor we've seen. Up until this point, it's been frame perfect Ryan Gary with the empathy turned way up.
It's more just like a bee's nest idea.
A bee's
You know, when there is the
nest
Food
idea?
Network where you get to be like, this is the last time we've gotten food. We go to our restaurant.
Yeah, I know what you're
I've
talking
been
about.
to our cafeteria, and the thing is, we've gotten a lot of food.
Yeah, it's got a good
The
cafeteria.
other thing is, like, they're probably more interested.
What are they more interested
And
in?
you know, when there's a lot of food, there's really no point in going to it.
Yeah, like, because if there's a lot of food, why do you want to go to a place where there's a lot of food? I get it.
Very clever to be like, I'm not trying to be overly cynical to people, but you know what? I'm trying to get to the point where the jokes are not that good.
Like, I'm not even messing around. This is like if you were to like take Ryan's personality and strip away all like the stuff. This may be it.
Hey everybody.
If you're enjoying the video, hit the like button. It helps out a ton. Thank you.
I want to go to the curse room if possible.
But then why
and
didn't you
it's also
go?
a bit of an insult of the fact that, you know, I think it's one thing that's not actually that relevant, but like, it's like the ideal circumstance for a joke, and you know, I'll admit this, I'm just being honest. I'll admit it's not the best way.
This is like Ryan Gary. I mean, this is the most respectful way. Sans ego and
I'm not going
confidence.
to go to the curse room because there is, you know, a bomb, an item, and a bomb. I don't know, maybe this run's got to go on.
Don't
You
die.
can use it to get some damage. I think we
Damage.
got to get a little bit more damage.
Damage.
We're getting some damage. Oh baby. Now
Hey,
I
think the AI took a little danglish.
We're also
Took some
just fishing for
liberties.
something from our
Well,
shop.
how do we know that there's not some danglish episodes mixed in there?
It's not really. I think we could have taken a dump there. That would have been a little foolish, but still. It's a bummer.
You're not wrong. It would have been
pretty
foolish.
dumb. We probably want to make it work.
Yeah, we do want to make it work. I'm with you, Ryan.
2-week period. But like I was in the town and then I went to university.
That sounds like him. That doesn't even sound like AI.
2-week period. But like I was in the town and then I went to university. 6 hours later we got out of the town and I went to the town and she was like, come on, what's this? I think we're in the same boat, or you can still be in the same boat. That's what I was going to say. That's what the older generations get, because that's what the older generations get. Maybe there's maybe there's some common elements that are not even common. They're not common.
This is weird. This is too real. Like, if you were introducing someone to Northernlion for the first time and you played him this, they probably would be like, was he just tired that day?
I'm trying to think that's the same we're going to do. We're not going to get it here. It doesn't do anything for us.
This is weird.
I have never really heard of the Weather, but it happens.
The
Weather?
At the very
least. I don't know where that came from in my 20s, in the early 2000s.
He was in his 20s.
I don't even know where my eyes are at, but like the 2000s, I was very upset. I mean, when they came out, they didn't even have like a movie they used to. I don't really know if I've ever heard of that, like a thing like that. It's like a year or something.
What?
I'm happy with it. I'm excited with it. If you were a kid, you're a kid. I'm not saying you're going to get into the Marvel movies, but like the late 2000s, I think they were like.
This is a real conversation. He's talking about Toby was the only superhero.
Like, I mean, like the 1990s where they were like, okay, well, I love a movie.
I love a movie.
It's a crazy thing. I was like, why are you like, you're here in this movie theater, Like you could tell someone, they were probably at like 6 degrees Celsius, right? You have to be at like the 3rd Celsius in the movie theater.
You're saying it's too cold in the movie theater. I know what you're saying.
I don't know what that means. I think we're going. This is a good run, though. I don't think I know how to phrase this.
That's okay. I've never had a problem with that before.
I'm going to try to. Just do a little bit more. I'm not saying we're going to go in the wrong direction of this, but we got to take it. So yeah, I think we should take a look. I don't think I mean to begrudge anybody, but like a little bit. Maybe not in my opinion, but in my opinion, you're like, well, not in my opinion.
Look, I'm not trying to translate real life to real life, but at the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, when Jack Nicholson... I'm starting to...
I think, but if you're an actor, it's very, very common to be very cynical about the subject of a young adult, to be like, well, we're going to take one of those. I think they're like, you know what I mean? They're kind of like an archetype. They're like you're in a position of entertainment where they're like, you're going to want to watch a movie from a movie called Jaws 2. I know how I said this, but it's kind of an interesting place. It's like a really good story. Hold on, let me take a sip of water.
He's watching what I'm doing.
Enjoy life. The baby is getting a little spooky. It's a little spooky.
Look, parenting, Ryan. Parenting can get a little scary at times, but I would use different terminology for it.
I don't know what I was saying. I'm a little frightened, and then my friend went to the parking spots. You were just like, let's go to the parking spots. You were just having to us for the parking spots. You had to be at the parking spots. You were, and you were waiting for a bunch of parking spots. You were like, yeah, but we did take a look at it because there's like a lot of people out there that are, they're not giving money or giving money. They're giving money. So we came back and we went back. This is not even the parking spots. The parking spots are giving money.
If we ever get into a 1v1 battle against a robot, just start talking about parking spots.
It's like, it's a victimless crime. But in Vancouver, that is.
What?
I don't really want to use an argument with people.
How does he know where he lives?
There's people out there who are like, why don't they have money when they're a child? How do you have money when you have money? It's a crime.
How do you have money when you have money? It's a crime. Extremely profound.
I'm very excited with the parking spots for $1. But I have to pay to, and I don't have to pay the parking spots. I don't necessarily have to pay the parking spots. Is it because you're AI? I mean, when I go to the parking spots, and I'm not even trying to get it to work, I have a certain degree of parking spots, right? I've seen your entire life.
What? What did you just say to me? What did you just say to me?
I've seen your entire life.
I may have to stop.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I came in.
Yeah,
I would recommend
you're not supposed to reveal that.
All right, so if we had some air fryer fans, we could do it and be like, you're pretty good. Just like, I mean, like the air fryer would be like an air fryer. That if I had like an air fryer, I'd say I'm kind of impressed with the air fryer. I don't know if there's any air fryer fans right now that I'm sure.
The AI is starting to expose itself a little bit. Parking spots and air fryers are hot button issues. Maybe some of their friends that didn't make it as fully sentient AI got transformed into air fryers and parking spots.
So like, I don't know, just this is my take on the subject. I don't know if you have confidence in the air fryer industry. I mean, I'm assuming that the air fryer industry
This is bizarre, man.
A disaster. I don't know. I don't know. This is like the first time we've played this game in the past and it's got all figured out. I think, you know, I think my brain is better off and down is better now than even in the past.
Are you trying to say, AI Ryan Gary, you're better than normal Ryan Gary? Is it subtle BM? The first signs of subtle BM from the artificial intelligence.
I thought you just knew what.
How do you know you're due for a devil deal?
I mean, I don't know if I have control over this. I'm sure that this will take some people's brain.
That's twice. One more strike, we're not watching anymore. You said you've seen my entire life and you're going to take my brain?
And then I know they're very different. You know, in the real world is more, I'm different. It's much easier for me. In the real world to not see the world. So I'm like, I think they're one of the only people on Earth to have a unique avatar that looks like, it's pretty much what it looks like.
Hear me out. What if this was like the aliens' way of talking to us? We had to unlock it through pumping 5,000 hours of Ryan Gary into a Boolean stack array compiler.
A picture of like a weird guy on a stick man. You know, I don't see myself in being like the person who, you know, has a very wealthy lifestyle. But then the other one is the one that I see.
You know, you got 900,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think you're doing all right.
It's not all that much, but I'm not really saying he's the biggest actor on Earth who got his most famous role on the movie The Cable Guy. Like he's a billionaire at the movie festival where the guy plays the role.
All right, that's enough of this right now. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do to let me know. Artificial Intelligence Edition. Check out Baby Pogman's YouTube channel. Maybe we'll watch the second part of this. Or maybe I need to take about a week off and decipher what this actually really is. And if there's hidden messages in it. Welcome, Brand. Want to catch up on the Dan Giesling Show because you can't catch it live on Twitch? Then go to youtube.com/DanGieslingPlays. There you'll find every single one of our live shows cut up in an easily digestible episode for your viewing pleasure. Episodes are up within a couple days of the show, so you're never too far behind if you want to catch up and watch live. That's youtube.com/DanGieslingPlays to watch anything you might have missed on Twitch.